Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is yet another video about the Colleen Ballinger situation. I was debating making a video about her apology video. Spoiler, she posted an apology video. But I decided to go ahead and make a video because I do want to present both sides, and I don't want it to just be one-sided and me just like going in on Colleen in my last video, which if you have not seen that video, you should go check it out because it will give you a lot of context as to why people are mad at her and as to why she had to apologize in the first place. And so I just decided that I wanted to make this video about her apology video because I did want to hear her out and I did want to present her side and her perspective and how she saw things and her defending herself and also apologizing for the things that she said. And I'm also actually really happy that she decided to make this apology video and just take to her YouTube channel and discuss these things as quickly as she did, because I did not think that she would. So I also wanted to make a video for that reason as well. But before I do get into it, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And also turn on your post notifications just so that you can know when the next time I post a video is. I kind of post a little sporadically, except on Fridays. I will try to always post my drama roundup videos on Fridays, but throughout the week I kind of post sporadically. So if you want to keep up with my uploads, you should go ahead and turn on the post notifications. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. So before I give you my thoughts, I'm just going to show you a clip of Colleen's video. She posted a video on her channel, I think it was like addressing everything or something of that effect. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you a clip of that video. It's about 13 minutes. It's a really easy watch if you want to go ahead and watch it yourself. I will have that video linked down below. But I thought that this clip kind of summed up a lot of what she said. Therefore, I'm inserting it right now so that you can kind of see what I'm saying when I'm referencing how she was in the video, how she came off and everything like that.
Based on this situation. I love talking to my fans. I love interacting with my fans. My fans are many different ages. So yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults. I love supporting them, supporting their passions, learning about them in the same way that you like to do that for me. To me, you aren't just my fans, you're my friends. We all have seen me cry way too many times on this channel about things I probably should have kept to myself. I definitely overshare, and I have definitely overshared with fans when they have asked me what's wrong or asked me how I'm feeling or try to console me when I'm feeling down. I definitely have overshared in the past with them and talked with them a little too much when I should have kept things to myself or talked to family or close friends instead. There are plenty of other stupid mistakes I've made in my past that I've learned from and grown from. There are plenty of other jokes I've made in my career that seemed appropriate at the time, but now I realize were never appropriate to begin with. I've learned from these things and I will continue to learn from them and grow from them to become the best me that I can possibly be.
All right, so as far as this apology goes, as far as the typical YouTuber apology, I thought that this was a much better apology than what we've seen from a lot of other YouTubers and influencers in general. She seemed really mature. She did have the gray hoodie on, which was, James Charles tease. But in general, I thought that she came off really mature. Obviously, she should be mature. She's 33. She's older than a lot of the other influencers who've had to apologize in the past. And so I feel like she should at least know how to conduct herself and how to give a good apology. She didn't get really emotional or anything like that, which I appreciated and respected, because once people get really emotional in apology videos, it's clear that they're trying to make themselves out to be a victim. Oh, I'm getting so much hate and now I'm going to cry about it forever and ever. Like, that's not a good apology, because all you're doing is now victimizing yourself and you're not the victim in this situation. If you were a victim, you wouldn't be apologizing. So as far as like the presentation, I really, really was appreciative of the fact that she didn't put any ads in this video. I was looking out for that, because once I see ads in a video, an apology video, it's clear that you're trying to capitalize off of the drama, and that's not okay with me, and that would have been an immediate red flag. So I'm very glad that she didn't do that. So as far as the apology itself, Colleen starts out immediately just addressing things. Like, she did not give a long-winded, intro or anything like that. She just instantly started to talk about the things that she's been called out for in the past like week. So she started off apologizing for the video making fun of Latina women. She said that the video was made like 14 years ago, and it was with her sister, and they immediately took it down because they didn't want to, offend anyone, or they didn't want anyone to see that and become offended. And so she took it down, and she seemed sincere in that apology. That's not an apology for me to accept, nor deny or reject. So, if you are part of that group that she offended, go ahead and leave your opinion below as to whether you accept the apology and why. All of your opinions are respected. If you are not part of that group, you don't get to accept it or reject it. Thank you very much. So she talked about that. She gave that apology. I felt that she seemed mature, but then again, that's not my apology to accept or reject. She then talked about something else came up that I didn't even know about, where apparently she was in a video fat shaming a woman who was sitting next to her on a plane, and apparently just making really mean remarks about this woman and her weight and just, everything about that. She was basically body shaming the woman. And she also apologized for that and said that she doesn't stand for that anymore. Like, she's totally about body positivity, and she apologized for that. Again, that's not an apology for me to accept or reject, because quite frankly, I am not that woman that she was making those comments about. The only people that can really accept or reject that apology are people who are part of that community or the woman herself. So yeah, that's just that. It is what it is. I didn't see that video or anything like that. So I didn't see how severe her comments were. But again, in my personal opinion, she seemed mature. But that's not my apology to accept or reject. And then she also apologized for the video where she talked about her dog. And this one I felt a little bit differently after she kind of explained herself. She said that she's always felt guilty about the fact that she was the reason why her dog died. Again, she was 3 when that happened, and no one was upset with her about the fact that she was the reason why her dog died when she was 3, because 3-year-olds are going to be 3-year-olds. However, it was how she talked about it in that video and made light of it and acted like it was something to be proud of. And she said that basically she's always felt guilty about it. She still feels guilty to this day. And she felt guilty when she was 3. Like, she really wanted the dog back. She didn't want the dog to die or anything like that, which obviously at 3 years old, of course you don't want the dog to die. You don't know what you're doing, but she said that basically to kind of cope with things, and she makes light of things. So she made light of it because she didn't, I don't know, it was something about coping or whatever. And that, I don't know. That one, I can kind of see where she's coming from, but also at the same time, I still felt like it was weird. Like, to be that chipper and cheery about it was just a little, it was distasteful. And I think that going forward, she's definitely going to learn from that, because that was just really, really distasteful, like seriously distasteful. But then she went on to, the bulk of the video was really her addressing Adam. And she didn't say his name in the video because she said that she told his mom that she wouldn't say his name. And basically, she was just kind of refuting some of the things that he said. She was also taking blame for sending him lingerie and for giving him access to the account in the first place and for letting him tweet those things. But she also was saying that, like, she didn't understand why he was mad at her, and that, she didn't really talk about him. She was just kind of saying that she was at fault for certain things. She was at fault for the things that, like, are obvious, that she was at fault for the things that she could not deny. She was at, you know what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't deny the fact that she sent him this lingerie, even though she did try to make it seem like, well, he wanted it, but he was 13 and you were however old, like, what, 29 or something? So, clearly you should have just known not to send a 13-year-old lingerie. But then at the same time, it seemed like obviously her intentions weren't to be weird. I don't think that she's like, people have been calling her a pedophile, and I think that that is crossing a line, because there is no way that she's a pedophile. I don't think that she's a pedophile for that, especially like it was unworn, unused lingerie. But I do think that she had a lapse in judgment, and had a lapse in judgment in general with the whole entire situation. And then, as you can see from the clip that I inserted earlier, she really addressed her fans and was like, I love my fans, and, I guess I've overshared too much, but I love you guys. And she was just really beating it into her fans that she really does love her fans. And why did she do this? Well, in my personal opinion, I think that this is, to me, it's only confirming what I believe to be what happened as to like why all of this stuff has come out. In my last video, I said this, and I'm going to reiterate it because I think that from her apology video, it was just reinforced the idea that she's lost a lot of stands and they've turned on her, and that's why all of this new content was there for her to be exposed. Honestly, I think that, she's trying to do damage control because the people that are exposing her are former fans. And so she doesn't want them to turn on her. She doesn't want more people to turn on her. So she came up with this apology video really quickly, and she went on this spiel about how much she loves her fans and how maybe she just overshares too much. But, she just innocently loves her fans and she would never do anything to hurt them, and yada, yada, yada. I think that she knows it's my fans that are leaking this because they're the only ones that would know about this stuff to leak it. And so, or her ex-fans. People in my last video didn't understand the fact that I meant like ex-fans. Obviously, they're not fans of her anymore if they're going to turn around and expose her. Clearly, they're not fans of her anymore. So she's trying to keep the fan base that she does have and make sure that they don't turn on her and expose possibly even more about her. Because I don't think that these are the only things that she's done in the past. Like, I promise you there are probably other things that she's done or said or whatever, because honestly, if she was so bold as to do this on the internet, I promise you there are more videos of her doing other problematic things. Overall, finishing the video, I had a sense of, oh, okay, like she made a pretty good apology. She seemed very mature. She seemed to own a lot of what she did, a lot of her mistakes, even in the Adam situation, even though she defended herself against things that she deemed were false information. She still also took accountability for what I said in my first video about the situation. It's your fault for letting a 17-year-old run your account. You can't be mad at a 17-year-old for acting like a 17-year-old at the end of the day. Like, you just need to take the L for that, and I'm glad that she took accountability for that, as well as everything else that she took accountability for. However, it was, watching this video, I had a certain quote of Colleen's in my head, and it was from Adam's video. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and show you this clip of Colleen talking about apologies and making apology videos. And I just want you to watch this, and then I'm going to come back with what I have to say about her apology after remembering what she said to Adam.
And then, sorry, I have to go back to my notes here. She sent me a screenshot from someone on Twitter, and she said, uh-oh, am I going to get in trouble? Be careful. I don't want to be in a scandal and have to apologize. Please, please, please be careful. People are very sensitive these days. This is one of the main reasons it's hard to do Miranda now. People have a hard time understanding satire and jokes, especially with sensitive subjects. I'm so glad everything is doing well. Even though you have the password, I need to approve everything before you post it just to avoid problems. It might slow down the process, but we gotta be careful. Now keep in mind, with proof here, she had seen everything that I was going to tweet and had tweeted on the account. So then I was like super confused, and she sent me a message that says, I'm not mad at all, I'm just paranoid because everyone always gets mad at me and I always have to apologize. And then please pay attention to this part because this is just what confuses me. She says, and OMG, I love everything you did today. It was magical to see everyone happy and excited to see Miranda come back to life.
And that right there, what she said in confidence, what she said in private, is why I took her apology with a grain of salt, because it's clear from what she wrote to Adam, which she did not deny in her apology video. She denied certain things, but she did not deny any of those text messages with him back and forth. So clearly those are real. If they weren't real, she would be like, I didn't say this, I didn't say that, this is made up, that was made up. But she didn't, because she knows that they're real. Hearing her say, or hearing it being read that she texted Adam, people are so sensitive these days, and I don't have to apologize again, and am I going to get in trouble? It's clear that, at least to me, that to her, it's like a chore to have to apologize. Oh, I have to apologize again. People are so sensitive nowadays. Like, people just can't take humor and satire. She said that too, which I was just like, okay, so have you really grown and changed? Because if people are too sensitive nowadays, then, like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes the whole apology video seem just disingenuous, because it's like, okay, you said all of this and you're like, I've grown and I've matured and I don't think that way anymore and and it seems really mature, but then in private you're saying people are too sensitive, like they just need to calm down, they didn't even get satire anymore, like So which one is it, Colleen? Like, are you actually apologetic? Do you actually believe that maybe society has evolved for the better in some ways, in terms of, understanding that certain humor isn't funny and it actually hurts people and targets people? Or are you just apologizing to save face because it's a chore, because it's part of the job as an influencer? And you've known this because you've been in the game for however many years, over a decade. You've been in the game for 12 years, so you know how this goes. You know how to do this. You're annoyed at the fact that you have to apologize, but you know that you have to. That's the only way that you're going to keep surviving as a YouTuber, as an influencer. I don't know. I don't know if she's being genuine or not. But after watching her apology video, I thought, wow, that was so mature, and like, she really seems to be about what she says, and I'm respecting her more. But then I remembered, oh wait, but what did she say in Adam's video? What did she say in confidence? What did she say behind closed doors? I think that matters more than what you're going to say on camera, when you've probably rehearsed what you're going to say, when you edit that video, when you do all of these things to make yourself look so much better than who you are behind closed doors. So I don't know. I don't know if she was genuine in that video. I don't know. But I did want to also address one thing that I searched Adam's Twitter to see if, he had said anything about the apology video, and these are the tweets that I found on Adam's Twitter that were tweeted a few hours, or I don't know however many hours, but it was like right around the time that Colleen posted the video. It was like an immediate reaction, and I just think that they're interesting, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you those. All right, so the first tweet reads, "This is Adam's parents. Adam still has limited access to social media. A statement from his mother will be posted in relation to the new video uploaded by Colleen Ballinger." So apparently Adam's parents are now tweeting on his Twitter account, and his mom is going to give like a statement about Colleen's video. So the first tweet from Adam's mom says, "As a mother, I'd been pleased but cautious in the past to see my son happy. However, things have changed, and alongside messages I have recently been made aware of, such as this from when he was 15, and him being badmouthed by you/Corey in group chats, led to a mother-to-mother appeal." And then attached to the tweet are 2 screenshots of a group chat from when Adam was apparently 15. And yeah. So like the last tweet said, led to a mother-to-mother appeal to be respectful of my son. It was not a silence, nor the implication of legal action as is being circulated. And then here are the screenshots. You can go ahead and pause this video if you want to read them, but apparently Colleen is just asking like weird questions to kids. Now, when I was looking at the replies to these tweets, a lot of people were like, "Hi Adam," or like, it's obvious that that's not your parents, like it's obvious that you're making things up, these screenshots are fake. And a lot of people were just really attacking him, which I was surprised about, just because I don't know, it just kind of seems like the public is like switching sides and like, you know, who do we hate today? I don't know. Let's decide today, who do we want to hate? But in my personal opinion, from someone who's not in the fandom or anything like that, do I believe that Adam's mom tweeted this stuff? No, I don't. I don't believe that. Honestly, I just don't. The screenshots, I mean, could they be real? Maybe. Could they be fake? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they were fake. Let's just say that. To me, I'm like, I don't know. I'm on the fence. But I'm saying that just because, like, I don't want you guys to think that these are 100% real, because from what I've seen, it's very easy to fake this stuff. However, I also saw people who apparently or allegedly in the group chat and were like, no, these are real. I haven't seen any screen recordings, so there's that on that. So do I believe that Adam is maybe milking the situation and wants to continue to make himself as much of a victim as possible? Yes. Do I believe that he has to do that? No, I don't think that he has to do that. I think that I'm sorry, I'm looking at like my laptop screen right now, and Netflix is on and it says the trial of something. I'm sorry. But anyways, I just feel like the situation just should have been deaded with Colleen's apology. Simple as that. It being dragged out this much is clearly it's clearly because Adam is 17. And a lot of Colleen's fans are younger. So this whole situation is being dragged out even more than it needs to be, because that's how dramatic teenagers are. It is what it is. But as far as that, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to fake it. I'm not saying that he's a bad person, but I think that it could be fake. Anyways, that is it for me, guys. Please enjoy this obligatory Tom Holland picture as I close out. But yeah, that's just how I feel about her apology video. I feel like what she said in private to Adam, which I do believe are real, because Colleen herself did not deny that they were real. Like those messages, she never said that they were fake. So I'm just going to infer and come to the conclusion that they are in fact real. From what she said to Adam in confidence says a lot about how she actually does feel about apologizing. So I feel like that apology video now has less weight to it because of what she said to Adam, what she said behind closed doors. I wish that she had never said that to Adam, just because it would have just been so much easier of an apology to accept, because it did seem very mature. And again, I'm not part of the groups that she offended, so it's not my apology to accept. But I do feel like in general, a lot of people would accept that apology just because it seems in general as a more mature apology than what we've seen earlier. But because of what she said to Adam, it just, to me, it could possibly make the apology quite just null, honestly. Could make it seem like nothing. But that's just how I personally feel. Please go ahead and like this video if you did enjoy it. Go ahead and comment down below what you think. Like, what do you think of the apology video if you watched it? Again, I will have it linked down below if you want to go ahead and watch it, and then come back here and comment and tell me what you thought of the apology video. What do you think of the drama with Adam's mom and the group chat and all that? I just think it's kids being kids and wanting to drag out a dramatic situation because it's getting them attention, quite frankly. And yeah, just what do you think about the entire situation? And if you are part of those groups, like, do you accept her apology? Everything about that, go ahead and comment that down below. And please do subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications to be notified the next time that I post a video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.